Okay, let's look at bracket placement now. So we've completed this bracket, and we want to take a minute here and think about how we're going to insert this. So we're looking at the top and bottom, and you really can't see that these are divided and mating here. It's not really clear in this drawing, but obviously these are two parts, the top of the bottom curtain module and the bottom of the next level up. And so that clip spans both of those, and it sits in this 2-inch divot of the floor level. So we want to make sure we apply these clips, I think, to the top of this panel, because we're thinking of it as a curtain wall, so we're actually hanging the panel from its top. And so let's go ahead and go into Revit. So we have our clip that reaches up to the top to touch the panel above it. So these bolts would get inserted after the next panel was put in place. These are already attached that hold this whole assembly together. And so what we need to do is go to our project and grab one of our curtain panels. They're all the same, just different representations. And we'll go ahead and edit that right now and insert that clip. So we could go ahead and look at this. Let's try to have a little better visualization of this. Let me render it better. And obviously we've got these two panels overlaying in this, but we're still looking at the inside. We can see the track, and we want to insert the clip somewhere on both the left and right side in that. So we'll actually just go to a reference level elevation. And let's go out to the clip, the bracket, excuse me, and we're going to load that into the project after it goes ahead and saves that. And we're going to load that into the panel itself, not the project. And there we get a visualization of it. And these are mirrored, so what's happening is if I come in here and I place that right on that edge, you'll notice how the bolt lines up right away. So that's a 2-inch wide piece of channel. We automatically thought about that being that way and sized that accordingly. And so it's in the right position in this orientation. But if we go to the left-hand view, you can see that it's sitting at the bottom of the panel. So why don't we go ahead and move that up to the top. So I'm going to come in here and grab this and move it up. I'm going to grab it at the bottom point. We'll take this up right to the very top of the panel in alignment, just so we can think about this for a moment. So we're sitting at the top interface, and let's see if we get an option to lock this into that. It doesn't just give us that option, so let's go just wing it with that. So now we have, this is how the attachment would happen. These two bolts would go into the extrusion, and these will fasten into the floor. But we know our floor is 2 inches. We've cut a divot out, so these don't sit at floor level. So let's go ahead and take that and move it down 2 inches. So I'll grab it and go down 2 inches. And then I'm going to go back to the floor level here. And that's not showing up at that, so I have to find a view. There we go. And we need 2 of these, 1 on each side. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror that. And we'll load that into the project. This time we're going right into the full curtain wall project. And that's going to overwrite every existing version. And let's go ahead and take a peek here and see if our clips are showing up. And they're showing up, but they're actually showing up in the wrong location. That's because there's no parametric relationship between the clips and where they're located right now. So we need to go back and actually alter that. So I'm going to tab through until I can select a panel, go back and edit the family, go back to this left view, and let's give it a parameter here. So first of all, I'll do is I'll grab it from here to here. Whoops. And come off with that. And then I'll just lock that. And we'll see if that'll be sufficient Well, actually, we've only locked off one of them. Let's go to the right elevation and see if we can do the same thing, and that'll probably select that other one. And we'll lock that off. And we'll load that into the project again. And now our clips have moved up to the top of the slab. And so if we go to a section view and zoom in, we now have a nice alignment between our cutout for our slab and our bracket clip. And you can see how we have two bolts that hold it, the clip, to the bottom panel, and then when the next panel above it is inserted, we can tie it together with the two bolts on the top.